Hi, I'm Vicki Milazzo, and I'd like to introduce you to Certified Legal Nurse Consultant, Shequita Moore. And Shequita, thank you so much for joining me here today and for sharing your success as a Certified Legal Nurse Consultant.
Thanks for having me today, Vicki. I'm very excited to be here.
What got you motivated to become a Certified Legal Nurse Consultant?
So legal nurse consulting is a nursing area of expertise that I've been interested in over the years. So this past year, I sit down and I researched legal nurse consulting, and I found the Institute, which has provided a great wealth of knowledge and provided the foundation for my success. It also interests me because I have a background in performance improvement, quality improvement, and incident and accidents, which is very intriguing to me.
That's a fantastic background. And so basically you saw that you already had some experience in reviewing medical records. You made that connection, obviously. How did you overcome your fears of getting started? This is something that a lot of RNs face. How did you face it?
So while researching and looking into the program, and once I got started and I established my business, there's always this fear of what if I don't get my first case, or the fear of what if I'm not successful. So I use a combination of just my motivation and determination, and I combine that with the tools that I learned in the Institute as far as setting your daily, weekly, and monthly goals. And each day, I executed a little bit and a little bit more, and that also established the foundation for my success.
Taking action every day. Is that what I heard you say?
Yes, ma'am. I took action every single day.
And that's what works, isn't it? Especially when you're first starting out. I always say it doesn't really matter what you do. What matters is that you're doing something every day. So you're getting into that habit. So obviously you really understand the importance of that. Can you share how you got your first case?
So my first case is very interesting. So I utilized the tools from the Institute. I got the VIP Pro package. I went through the entire program. I did everything by the book. I ordered my actual supplies and my marketing materials, from the Institute. And then I organized it and I set it up. So I had my customized business cards, I had my customized brochures. I created an introductory letter. I actually customized it towards the attorney's needs. And then I did the mail call. I went that route. So I got a response within a week. And then in my email, an attorney reached out to me and he gave me 3 cases. So I was a little bit overwhelmed when I received my first 3 cases because I got them out of the blue.
So you were overwhelmed and ecstatic all at the same time, right?
I was very happy.
Now, you had mentioned to me that I believe it's this first attorney that you currently have 40 cases that you're working on. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am. Now it's 47 cases.
Oh, congratulations. So tell me, how did you turn that first case into 47? What's the key here?
So the key I feel like to my success is I worked with this attorney. I established what is his needs, how can I benefit him, which was how I learned in the Institute. I'm organized, I'm very responsive. So when he asks me a question or he needs something done, and then I provide a quality work product. So I use all the tools that I learned, and then with my knowledge, and then I created a quality work product.
Congratulations. And I always say it's so much easier to keep a client than to have to go out and find a new client. And so it sounds like you've done an excellent job of really fostering this professional relationship with this attorney. That's a fantastic approach to your legal nurse consulting business. It's very smart. How much do you charge, and what would you say an average budget for a case is?
So my fee is $125 an hour. And usually on the cases that I work, there's a $5,000 retainer. I work on big cases, some smaller cases. And, that's my fee structure.
Okay, and what kind of cases are you working on? Medical malpractice, personal injury?
So I'm currently working on medical malpractice, and a lot of the cases that residents or patients have expired.
Okay, all right, so long-term care?
Long-term care cases, COVID cases, a few acute care cases.
Okay, great. So a little bit of a variety. What do you love most about your legal nurse consulting business?
What I love most about my legal nurse consulting business is the flexibility. I like the challenge, and I like making a difference. So I feel like this is a level of expertise, that I've been looking for, and it's very interesting. So it's a very self-rewarding type of business.
Thank you. I love that you said making a difference, because, so many registered nurses, they got into nursing because they wanted to make a difference, right, in people's lives. I think it's kind of in the DNA of a registered nurse. And I love when I hear that you feel like you can make a difference in the legal world. So can you expand on that? How do you believe that you do make a difference in the legal world?
I believe that I strongly make a difference as far as my knowledge base, and as far as when I look at a case, whether it's from, the plaintiff or defense side, I'm non-biased, but I'm able to utilize my nursing knowledge, expertise, background, and just be able to make a difference, whether from what side it's from.
You had previously shared with me that one of your attorney clients had shared that this is exactly what I'm looking for. How did that make you feel?
It made me feel great. Like, it made me feel very happy, because I worked really hard, like extremely hard, and, researching, making sure I put together a quality work product, make sure that I, get something that the attorney can benefit from. So when he told me that that's exactly what he was looking for, I was very, very excited. And then when I reflect back and look at the first work product that I turned in, I've gotten 100 times better. So
Oh,
100%
wonderful.
better.
Well, one thing that I have noticed about you is you look like that kind of registered nurse that's always striving to get better at whatever it is you do. And I think that's the key to success, don't you? That it's at least one of the keys.
Yes, ma'am. I totally agree.
How would you say your CLNC business has changed your life or changed you personally?
My CLNC business, I feel like I've grown personally and professionally. So it's provided me with that growth, and then also, that autonomy to make a difference. So I'm able to, go at my own pace, work on cases like when I want to work on the flexibility, spend time with my children. So it has made both professionally. So I've grown in that aspect, and then personally, it gives me that flexibility and time with my family.
And how would you say being a certified legal nurse consultant, owning your own business, is different from working inside the healthcare system?
So it's a lot different. Like, my current role was a nurse executive and vice president of clinical services in long-term care skilled nursing. And when you're working actually in the structured environment, everything is by the minute, everything is by the hour. Same thing as far as your certified legal nurse consulting business. It is structured, but it's how you make it. So it's customized to how you want your business. So like you said before, I always want to be the best, and I always want to make sure that I provide quality work, just like when I was in the field providing quality resident care. So, those are your business reflection.
So what I heard you say is you're kind of more in control over your day. It doesn't mean you don't have to satisfy your attorney clients and meet their requests, but you get to have a little more control over
Flexibility.
that.
Right, you have a lot more flexibility.
You had previously shared with me that when you got your first case, that you were almost in a bit of a panic and, intimidated. But I know that you sought out mentoring. How did the mentoring make a difference? And does it still impact your CLNC business today?
So the mentors have been great, and they have assisted me to provide a foundation of my success. So when I received my first 3 cases, I was in a panic. I knew what to do, what I learned in the Institute, but it's a difference between learning it and then now you have to actually do it. So I just wanted to make sure that, what I learned and what I was going to do, actually matched up and was going to meet what the attorney needed. So the mentors have been very helpful, and I've reached out a few times to the mentors, and they've guided me in the right direction. And they've also helped me build my confidence. So I've always been a confident person, but when you're doing something new, so I'm going from this area of nursing to another area of nursing, anything that's new is always going to feel different, and you have to get into it until you find your way. So they've helped me find my way.
That's fantastic. Direction, confidence, and I know one of the things the mentors pride themselves in is sometimes giving the CLNC consultants a bit of a nudge to keep moving forward and to kind of take on those challenges that they're a little worried that they might not be able to really take on. Okay, what is your definition of success?
So my definition of success is giving your all. So I always work hard and achieving positive outcomes. Not to say you won't stumble along the way, not to say you won't have difficult moments, and sometimes what you feel is a failure. I feel like you learn from those experiences, and then you make them and you build them into positive experiences, and you utilize them into your practice.
I love that definition, and I love that you are already working in a very grand way towards your success. And thanks again for sharing your success with all of us. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.